we always have to reemphasize, because not only do people lose track of time, they're ultimately losing track of their own minds. Remember, we started in Fort Greene Park wearing the same clothes, same self-mastery hoodie, showing up every day for ourselves, to develop ourselves, for our people, never missing and sticking to one simple thing, which is improving our existential experience. Now, a lot of people think that they're going to bypass improving themselves, which is their first and foremost existential experience, and be able to experience the external world at a high level. And that's the flawed mentality that has everybody else living in an inferior reality. Let's break it down and keep it very simple. Somebody asked me the other day, what do you do for fun? What do you do for fun? I simply replied, I improve the quality of my existential experience. Once you realize that all you actually have in this life is your personal existential experience, then you'll realize that every single last thing that you possibly can think of, experience, cascades under that major umbrella, that one category, your existential experience. And the center, the epicenter, the middle, the source of your existential experience is you. So let's bring it back to the beginning of this video, where we said we showed up to improve ourselves because mainly we want to be able to experience ourselves at the highest level. That's the greatest desire. When you're able to drift inward and cultivate an internal state, which is the thing that you are experiencing directly and most truthfully. So many people are going to get lost in these words, and I'm at the point where I don't even want incompetent people following me. I've been blocking people left and right. If you're not competent enough, you're not allowed to follow Sheikhy Chic. It's just what it is. Sheikhy Chic is so rare. Sheikhy Chic is so valuable, infinitely, ultimately, and unconditionally valuable across the whole entire universe, that we really believe and know in abundance to the degree of infinite, ultimate, and unconditional, to the point where we know that pushing away the people that we don't want around us is not going to harm us, because they're not adding to us anyway, right? Consider the vibrations raised. So bring it back. Since the beginning, we've been on the park bench making videos, and then we discovered my master teacher. Then I discovered my master teacher. That's the craziest thing about that. I made a video and a couple videos on these park benches, and I didn't even know my master teacher was out there making videos on a park bench. And then I came across this motherfucker making videos on a park bench, and now motherfuckers got Bugattis. Niggas is out here switching, you know what I mean, locations, switching situations. I'm all over the world 5 books later. You know, you got to look at individuals like ourselves and recognize, as I said at the very beginning of this video, so many people are losing track of time, and so many people are losing track of their own minds. We are in the future. We are all forward ahead in time. But so many people are actually, literally, technically, factually behind. You're still in the same spot, same limited ability, same limited capability, same everything. But you're in the future, which means that you actually move backwards and you're actually worse. Now, the folly and the foolishness in these people is that they have true arrogance. They're so blind to the fact that you have one major unit of time. That's called your lifetime. And once you start to see how much value you can get out of a unit of time, let's say that's an hour, let's say that's a day, let's say that's a week, a month, right? And then you really maximize that to the amount of value you can get out of your lifetime, right? Because that's the ultimate unit of time that you have. Then you start to realize so many people are taking unnecessarily long to cover particular amounts of distance. Break it down into tangible ways they can all understand, Sheikhy. Let's say we all have a goal of $1 million. $1 million, and we say no matter how much we have right now, we all have zero starting line. And the goal is $1 million. That's an equal finish line for everybody. Now, so many people are gonna think that they know better. The purpose is to cover as much distance in the shortest amount of time with the most effective and efficient amount of energy. Comprehend? Meaning, if we take that $1 million goal and transliterate it into the goal, or make a metaphor of it into the goal of I need to walk from Egypt to New York City. I need to make it from Egypt to New York City. There are many means of covering that distance, but there are so many means whereby which you will be spending unnecessary amounts of time and unnecessary amounts of energy to cover that same distance, right? So my personal formula for the definition of value is value equals distance divided by time multiplied by energy. You want to be able to cover as much distance as possible in the shortest amount of time with the most appropriate amount of energy. This is where you understand why poor people are poor. It's because they don't understand that time is the greatest equalizer. So it's not about the time spent, it's about the distance covered. And once you recognize that my mind, their mind, your mind are all systems, are all mechanisms of what you're producing, then you realize people have inferior minds, inferior minded, in that they take unnecessarily long amounts of time to cover the same amount of distance that everybody else is around them is covering in shorter amounts of time with less amount of energy. Now, that's not exploitation. That's called optimization. That's called economization. That's called intelligization of one's own efforts. So many people think they're going to get a get-rich-quick scheme. These people who do Forex trading, or I'm doing trading, or I'm doing stocks. Stocks, you're not going to get rich off of stocks unless you have a grand amount of capital where the margins that you're making on your cuts is large enough. But if you motherfuckers don't even have $1,000 to your name, that's why, because you're looking for shortcuts. We're not looking for shortcuts. We're looking for the best way possible to arrive at our destination, to arrive at our goals. We're looking at the most effective, efficient, intelligent manner of accomplishing our goals. And we all have the same fucking goals. It's to prosper. It is to increase the quality of our existential experience. As men, we're supposed to be as physically strong as possible and as fucking aesthetically reflecting of discipline as possible. As men, we're supposed to be sober, clear-minded, concise, not emotionally reliant and or dependent on some poison which is compromising our mental and physical integrity simply because we're bitches. We're supposed to be sober and fit. Next, we're supposed to be enlightened. We're supposed to actually use our faculty of reason to be able to use our intellect to coordinate our imagination and our willpower to create and construct that which we imagine in our visions. You're meant to use our intellect, our proper intellect, and our faculty of reason to coordinate the rest of our mental faculties to actually produce the results that we want in our life, to manifest our visions. Everybody has visions. Everybody is out here like bullshit little kids in the sandbox and don't know how to put that shit together. It's not about the idea. It's not about the blueprint. It's who the fuck can put it the fuck together and pull it off, right? So the effective use of the mind, true enlightenment. And then lastly, you're supposed to be rich. And that's the key to everything. Everybody has financial goals. Everybody has physical goals. Everybody has existential quality goals, quality of life goals. And so many people are actual derelicts and dumbasses who will say shit to Sheikhy Chic like, oh, we're all on our own path and I'm going to figure it out on my own. You dumb motherfucker, you arrogant piece of shit, you vain, conceited asshole. And at the end of the day, God doesn't negotiate. God doesn't need you. The truth doesn't need you. The Supreme, the Most High, the facts, they don't need you. You can choose to disagree with the facts. It doesn't change the facts. You can choose to believe your opinion is more important than the facts. You still have to suffer the consequences of not being aligned with the facts. You dumbass. We're trying to help you. We're trying to save your lifetime so that you have more lifetime to accomplish and experience more things before you squander more lifetime, not having accomplished anything besides squandering your own lifetime, attempting to achieve the same ends that everybody else around you, Sheikhy Chic, everybody else who's actually rich, prosperous, sober, fit, enlightened, rich, rip, rich, rare, all that shit. Everybody who's actually winning in life has accomplished, and everybody who's winning is winning, and everybody who's losing is losing. And ultimately, what are you losing? You're losing your lifetime. The price of procrastination is the life you could have lived, should have been living, but are not living because you chose to be a conceited, vain asshole who chose to think that they were going to do it by themselves, although they haven't already done it by themselves. If you were going to do it alone, you would have done it alone. If you were able to get it done already, you would have gotten it done already. If you knew better, you'd already be better. But this is the blight. This is the folly. This is the foolishness of all the poor people, because they all, in their hearts, truly believe they know best, when in all actuality, all facts demonstrate and indicate self-evidently that they know less. Consider the vibrations raised. We were on the park bench, in the blizzard, in the snow, with the same energy, same program, no deviation. When a man finds out what works, when an individual knows what works, you'll know, because there will be zero deviation. It's an echo chamber of my own master teacher. My teacher's wisdom is echoing, because one thing I've never done is deviated from anything. I kept my word the whole time. And all you got to do is just keep these seeds in your heart. And if you stay on the path, they'll blossom into the fruits of wisdom. Anyway, we stuck to the program. We stuck to ourselves. We stuck to simply improving our existential experience, the quality of our existential experience. And then we stuck to the fact that we were creating an individual who could actually help, concrete ways, help and assist others in assisting themselves on the road to self-mastery. So many people talking, and so many people speaking, and so many people not living the actual truth. So whatever you are, your world is yours. We ain't just talking it. We ain't just speaking it. We ain't just speaking good things to the community. We're not just saying good things in the community. We're actually talking, living, leading, being, and doing, personifying good things in and for the community. And when you see individuals like myself who have a marred past, who have a past where they used to do evil things or not so moral things and used to be immoral, and we're doing our best to be pious, on the straight and narrow, then make sure you stay out of their way and allow them to continue to do good and great things in the community. Because Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah. When you see individuals like myself on that straight and narrow path, you're supposed to align with them. You're not supposed to go against them and oppose them. You fucking asshole, because at the end of the day, we have the truth, we are the truth, and we're going to continue to win. So what do you have to take from this message? Everything. Ultimately, you're still stuck in the same spot with the same futility, same energy, same time, but you have been futile in creating the results that you want, and we're ahead, and we're still inviting you and giving you the opportunity. Everybody's not going to be able to follow Sheikhy Chic for very long. I understand that. I don't like everybody following me. I don't care to have fans. I don't care to be observed. I'm here to serve. Most people just get on Instagram and they're there to be observed. I'm here to serve. I am here to deliver. I am here to assist. I'm not here to just be watched, looked at, and people that I don't even know watching me. I'm blocking the shit out of you. You have a certain amount of time to make a decision, and all opportunities don't exist in perpetuity. So at the end of the day, I'm blocking everybody who is simply staring around, watching me. I'm not doing that. So you have a chance to step up. And eventually I will discover you. Eventually I will find you. And eventually you will be blocked. And if you choose to follow me after I block you, then really you're putting me on a higher pedestal. And you should respect yourself enough to stay out of my lane and stay in your own lane. Consider the vibrations raised. Evolution only solution, self-mastery only success. We're doing our best to get as many people to this level of existential liberation and freedom as possible. But it takes you understanding that you don't know shit, to then begin to learn what you don't know, to do what you're not doing, to become what you are not, to actually become everything that you need to be. Consider the vibrations raised.